Hi everyone, it's Mona again from Back Pain Movement Makers, and today it's day 27. It's Saturday night, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about being outdoors, preferably every day. It is really good for the healing process. First of all, nature itself is good for us. Just watching it fully with no agenda at all, except watching it. No name giving, no causes and effect thinking, no judging, nothing. Just being fully present and watching it. It will amaze you. It has so many times. I remember one thing, one a moment particularly. I was feeling kind of overwhelmed. So I asked. This was before the kids got older, and I was feeling kind of um, overwhelmed by life and Thomas back pain and things like that. And I said that I have to go all by myself for a while, and I just sat in the living room in this room, and then we had the sofa next to the window. We still have that, but the other window. And I just sat there and watched the sky, and small white fluffy clouds were coming towards the house. And I decided that I should watch one of the clouds coming closer and closer. And that was really awesome because I watched it vanish. And I had never done that before. I have never seen that before. And after that happened, something, I don't know, lifted. Something shifted anyway. So I really recommend that. And you could do it at home as well, indoors. But in nature, there are so many things that we're not even aware of. And at least for me and my family, it is astounding every time we explore something and discover something new. It could be the very, very details of a flower. It could be a little, a little insect or a small, um, beautiful leaf and things like that. We're always looking for stones that are heart shaped, for example. We have a lot of heart shaped stones at home. Well, so it's really, really good for us just to be in nature, watching the absolute fantastic creations that is out there, and it's for free to watch. Nobody will charge you for it, so it's really, really good. And by the way, except for that, the fresh air. Hopefully, it's fresh air, but it doesn't matter if you're still in a city. When you're outdoors in nature, it could be in a park just next to a tree or some bushes or a plant of any kind. You are more in contact with the direct, newly produced oxygen. And that means more. The highest consciousness give me these points to talk about. And it we don't know how important that is. We think that the forests all over the world are making everything. Of course they are really, really important, of course. uh, but every flower or a plant, every plant that we have, and every bush, every straw of grass, everything that creates oxygen for us, not the whole component, of course, but they are cleaning the air, the plants, and the closer we are to them, it's the better it is. And of course, it's not just for the oxygen; it's also for being able to watch them, of course. So the highest consciousness, they really recommend that we have a lot of flowers and plants, of course, in our houses or our apartments, because it helps us, and it also gives us a reason to not just think about ourselves. It's because we have to take care of them, otherwise they will die. So it could give us some purpose as well, a small little purpose to take care of someone else. Okay. Nature is also teaching us abundance. There are so much abundance in the world, but we humans tend to focus just on abundance of things, abundance of money and wealth. So we need to begin to think about abundance in another way. There are abundance of grass, there are abundance of flowers, of trees, of animals, and so on. And we could have perfect access to eternal abundance of love if we are focused on looking for it. We can have abundance of any feeling at all, because we could decide, this is not very common, but we could decide to feel inner peace no matter what. That could be really hard sometimes. And especially if you have things that have happened before in life, it's really hard to not go to those feelings and those events and things like that. But we can teach our minds to become more fully present. And as soon as we realize that we are not there, not here, we are there when something really bad happened, or something not that bad happened, but still it felt bad in some way. We could try to give the inner peace back to ourselves, and by asking for help. For example, please, the highest consciousness, could you please try to give me some inner peace right now? Can you help me to experience inner peace? It really helps. And as we said before, our free will is absolutely sacred and holy. So we cannot get the full help, uh, all the help that we could get if we don't ask. Okay. And if we, for example, if we're sitting and feeling sorry about ourselves, the guides and teachers and the highest consciousness and everyone else that is helping us, they can't help us that much. So abundance of feelings, of positive feelings, we could always get more of that. And that is to give of that to someone else. Because the more you give love, the more you feel love. So it's not like that I'm giving all my love away and then I won't have any left, because then you're not unconditionally giving love. If you're giving love for a reason that you're going to get something back, then it's not unconditional. So nature could teach us all a lot about abundance, and that there could be abundance in so many things except for money and wealth and things, physical things. Nature could also teach us about seasons. It's not always spring and summertime. It is fall and time for winding down, time for kind of dying process. So something old can die and something new can be born again. And it's really important I'm not very good at this at all. I'd like to be in the spring and summertime all the time, even though I like fall. But about myself and how I behave and how I think, I want something to always become better. I want to learn more. I want to be more. I want everything to bloom. And of course, what happens then? I get exhausted. And then I have to take a break. So, nature could teach us about seasoning and that we humans are made for seasoning as well, or seasons as well. Okay, nature could also teach us about everyone is in need of everyone, that we all depends on each other and we all have a purpose here. Uh, an oak tree is made to be an oak tree and nothing else. A little flower is made to be exactly that flower and nothing else. And we are here for a reason too. What is yours right now? What is your purpose here, right now, in this moment? When you find that out, just if it is just for the next 5 minutes, and you ask your heart, what's my purpose right now? Wait, and hopefully you will get an answer. The more you ask about what your purpose is, and your purpose is linked to joy. I can assure you about that. Your purpose is linked to joy. And there are, of course, purpose. Why are we here as humans? We're here to understand what we are, that we are unconditional love. And we are here to give of that through our own unique experiences, talents, and personalities. So, what is your purpose right now? How could you give of yourself to the world? Do you see the weave that we talked about the other day? The daily holistic healing habits are like a weave, they are linked together. And the more I study this and the more guidance I get from the highest consciousness, the more I realize that this is not just 10 daily holistic healing habits. These are some kind of system that is worked out more perfectly than I could ever imagine. And where I'm just trying to give that to you in a way that it could help you, because it's definitely helping me and Thomas. Okay. It's Saturday, so I shouldn't be talking too much. Tomorrow, on the other hand, it's Sunday. And then we're just going to repeat something about this fourth daily holistic healing habits. Breathe clean air deeply every day and throughout the day. And also the highest consciousness is going to give us their weekly guidance. It could be about this week that and the daily habit that we're working on right now with right now. It could also be something that we need to be focused on, or something that we need to hear uh, for the week to come. Okay, see you tomorrow, hopefully. Much love. Bye. Thomas! Kom för att se något. Thomas! Kom för att se något. Thomas! Kom för att se något. Den har inte gått över. Utan jag har spelat in mig själv nu när jag sitter här. Det vart inte något inspelat tror jag.
19 minuter, du har inte stängt av den.